Greetings. Welcome once again to another edition of Top 10 Worst of Lists. The best and worst of lists is recognized by the Top 10 Worst List Consortium magazine, where we will be the featured article and cover story for the upcoming September edition, as well as featuring me, yours truly, your host, Sam Andreas Fault, and a full frontal nudity pin-up fold-out poster. Oh yes, I've already done the photo shoot, and might I say, many of the photographers say they've never seen anything quite like it, which I took to be positive. And I'm planning on including that blurb in my press kit. Top 10 worst pilot ideas for the upcoming Fox Network fall TV lineup is today's topic of choice. And whew, it's going to be, we're going to be going steep and deep on this one. I can guarantee you that much. Before we get into that, I wanted to let you know I'm going to be pontificating, foaming at the mouth on this one. This is going to be no holds barred. The gloves are off. It's Fox TV Network, and I'm hunting for bear. So basically, if you're thinking like, hey, some of the things that he's talking about sound like, ramped up opinions of someone who's carrying a lot of animus towards the Fox TV Network and perhaps as an agenda, hidden agenda in mind. Well, I try to keep things as objective as possible. Most things in today's world, day and age and whatnot, have a stunning lack of objectivity involved with it. So do with what you will with that. But the thing is that I'll do my best to keep things, above the waistline, above the belt, and not try to fire off a bunch of untruths. But, there's a lot of detail in this world, a lot of places that I'll go with some of these lists. That means that I can't be 100% fully trusted to be all the way accurate every time. And so it's important for you to fact check, like it should be a part of your lives on a daily basis. So all the editorial content disguised as objective news reporting gets floated into your face. You should have learned this lesson a long time ago. So I'm just trying to help you out here, buddy. And then next up, I've got, no political agenda in mind whatsoever. I just want to see the end of hate mongering. I want to see the growth of love and tolerance and, all together. Just why can't we forgive ourselves for being born into this stupid-ass planet? We didn't ask for all this adversarial confrontation. It just was thrust upon us. Nobody's born with a whole laundry list of things to hate everybody they come into contact with over. Oh, well, I use ivory soap in the shower. Ivory soap! Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. Occasionally when I'm thirsty, I drink water. Drinking water. Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. I don't do it often, but once in a while after I eat a meal, especially a sugary dessert or something like that, I like to brush my teeth. Brushing your teeth! You made me pull my own hair out! Yeah, I love that gag. All right, so anyway, before we get into what on with it, shall we? We got a lot of commercials, sponsors, and clamoring to underwrite the cost of the top 10 worst of lists. Now, unfortunately, we've slid back recently. We were up to 1.3 views per episode. We're now back to 1.1 views per episode. And we've had a string of zeros recently is really kind of taking me on a hell ride. I gotta admit, it's a real shame to work so hard, try so hard at something, and have it be a complete failure due to forces beyond your control. It's like living in a living gag order, my life. I trust that most of the loyal viewers of Top 10 Worst Of have grown to overcome their gag reflex. Or else how could you make it through an episode? Am I right? Hey? And now, well, for the commercial sponsors, Nicotine Patch Kids from the makers of Cabbage Patch Kids show a doll that smokes and mention the average age where kids get addicted to smoking is like 15 or something like that. So why not give them a head start by socializing them to accept that smokes are cool and fun? Just like all the other corporate product placement destroying your children's lives and making them addicts for life by their 15th frickin' birthday. It's Nicotine Patch for kids. Nicotine Patch Kids. Smooth. I'll have to give them a, what do they call that? A give back? A make good? A make good. I'll have to give Nicotine Patch Kids a make good. Darn it. And coming up soon, the sequel without equal, it's Non-Orphan Batman. Tired of all the reboots of superhero stories with a tiny little slightly altered origin story to get you through the first hour that you've seen a million frickin' times, but they feel compelled to do it because they got a new actor playing the goddamn superhero, and you're like, this is too confusing. It's one minute Batman is George Clooney, the other minute is Val Kilmer. I lost my way. Where is it? And you got, how many different Spider-Mans have they had in the last 5 years or something like that? 12? 12 different Spider-Man. And each time they put a new one on there, they got a brand new origin story. We get it. He's bitten by the spider. His Uncle Ben gets killed because somebody poisoned his rice or something like that. He could have stopped. It's just so stupid. But Non-Orphan Batman, it changes the whole story. Like they go out to at the opera house downtown, and they're walking. The richest people in the entire city are walking through an abandoned alley in the middle of the night. And, so the regular origin story doesn't really hold any water. It's pretty darn stupid. But in this iteration of the new Batman reboot, the parents don't get killed, and it becomes a non-orphan Batman. He just kind of drives around and got them in this cool ass Batmobile and stuff like that, picking up on chicks. You know, he does got no axe to cross the bear, no axe to grind, nothing like that. It's just a non-orphan Batman. He's just like chill, like dressing up like a bat because he thinks it's like badass and stuff. And he's got like trust fund baby, nepo baby, working in the defense industry, creating bombs, cluster munitions to drop on populated areas, dropping white phosphorus on populated areas, depleted uranium weaponry, all that good stuff. It's not an orphan Batman. I'm not an orphan Batman. And stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to miss it. And from the producers who brought you the movie series Paranormal Activity, now comes Normal Activity. Scenes of a family like, kind of normal, just, found footage of, just a boring bunch of people that living their lives, doing things. It's Normal Activity. And then it's a fun family game that you can have it all the time and just learn fun family values without trying too hard, and you learn how to cheat. Also, it's Nose Candyland from the makers of Candyland game. It's been a staple in game closets for as long as there have been games and closets. Nose Candyland, however, is about doing thick, giant rails of cocaine. And, you have the ladders that shoot up after you snort a line, and then you've got slides that, that's Chutes and Ladders. Or nose candy shoots and ladders. Nose candy shoots and ladders. You go riding up on the cocaine binge, and then shooting down the ladder and you're coming down. Life's a series of getting bitched up and stuff. So you might as well learn it while you're a kid. It's nose candy, shoots, and ladders. It doesn't really roll as trippingly off the tongue as Nose Candyland does, but it gets the job done, and it's totally like a completely accurate depiction of life in the big city. Not Pockets is from the makers of Hot Pockets. Now comes Not Pockets, pockets without anything inside them. It's just a pocket. So I guess it is a pocket. So it's empty pockets. Empty out your pockets. Doing a little editing on the fly here. So you get Not Pockets. It's got just the stuffing without the pocket. They're like strips of gross ham and cheese just sitting there, and you put it in that little thing that makes it crispy, and you shove it in the microwave, and the microwave gets all covered with goo and grease, and you like try to spoon it out from it's part of it is kind of, because you left it in just about 20 seconds too long, so a lot of the cheese has become hardened and chewy, gross, crunchy almost. It's not pockets, it's just the stuffing without the pockets parts. All right, let's get down with it, shall we? After a successful round of commercial endorsements, top 10 worst pilot ideas for the upcoming fall Fox Network fall TV lineup. This is a long one. Number 10, pushing defenseless small animals out of airplanes island. It's going to be a real favorite with the MAGA crowd. There's nothing they like better than dying animals, defenseless dying animals, right? And they'll shoot with their 400 million guns. You know, they got to be keep busy with something. You need a little target practice. You need a harvest drone. Venison steaks. Wild boar. Pig roast and stuff. Fabulous. Yes, absolutely fabulous. Let's go get some. Number 9, the top 10 worst pilot ideas for upcoming Fox TV's lineup. Billionaires Gone Wild. You know, hey, serious pictures of billionaires. And, you know, when billionaires go wild, it's not about the booby flashes and the bare-naked bimbos. It's about ruining the lives of the great unwashed and watching good people suffer. That's Billionaires Gone Wild. They're watching all the cameras they put installed. You ever notice they got all these cameras that they've installed, GPS and everything like that, but crime hasn't gone down a skosh? Everybody's still getting their asses whooped, and like, well, a gang went on a crime spree and robbed 4 different stores within 20 minutes, and they're still at large. They're still at large. I mean, you know, maybe they've figured out not to take their phones with them because, you know, everybody at this point, but they got, I mean, you know, and maybe they've got, you know, some alternate vehicles that don't have any GPS on it. I don't know where they get those, because all the vehicles that they make now have mandatory GPS things inside them. And then you got I don't know. I had a rent-a-car not too long ago, and you know, I usually drive old school beaters and whatnot, but the rent-a-car had a satellite from space. When I wasn't going in reverse or whatever, the camera for the inboard camera thing was showing the car that I was driving in from space. It was a space satellite. You can't find people who are robbing stores like crazy. You can't find criminals who are doing stuff by tracking their GPS and whatnot. I mean, it should be like a 99% conversion rate or something like that on unsolved crimes. And yet, nothing. The criminals are still alive. They ripping off ATM machines and the criminals are still alive. Criminals are still at large. I think that the camera's in there because the billionaires just watch this stuff and watch us suffering. All of our lives are just on display now. I mean, ever since they got away with installing the backscatter machines and telling everybody that's for security purposes. You need to make sure that nobody's got any wackety doodle is what it's all about. Getting those backscatter machines means that they get to see nudie videos of each and every one of us, and they can, like, you know, sort of like they categorize and index it based on penis size and girth. So they've got, so they got people all different ages and stuff like that. So, it makes a great added bonus for the Epstein crowds and stuff like that, where they're like, back, it's bong. They got the little Law and Order bong thing is like, tune in for Backscatter Boys, bong. And it's like, all the Bush families all tuning in. They've got like premium. They've got Backscatter Premium channel where you get to. I can't take it any further. It's already too disgusting. But that's what's going on. I bet you anything that they got these alternative secret channels for rich people of just watching good people suffer, and they're like, eating the popcorn, going, "Oh, this is fascinating. Look at that person die." And all the real stuff that they won't show us about what goes on in the war zones, where the people are getting ripped in half by these gigantic, super intense automatic weapons that we've helped them develop by virtue of them allowing semi-automatic weaponry to be distributed amongst the peasants, the peasant class. So now we get, all these mass shootings, everything like that. But the army gets a much, much lower price point per unit on their automatic weaponry because of all the killing that private ownership of automatic weapons is allowed in our society. I needed to hunt pheasants. Personally, Ted Nugent's coming out and like, this is too much for me, man. Even Ted Nugent is blown away by the death count. 50,000 human beings per year are sacrificed just to keep guns cheaper for the military to buy every 5 years. I mean, think about what it would cost if they had to mothball all the factories and lay off all those workers and everything like that and only buy guns every 5 years or whatever it is. I mean, they have to start from scratch. It costs them $1 trillion just to manufacture guns. They got to stretch that $1 trillion a long way. $1 trillion annual budget. Number 8, the top 10 worst pilot ideas for upcoming Fox Network fall TV lineup shows. Everybody loves Caligula. And they do. And you know that they do. Look, I mean, let's be honest. Everybody's all hot and bothered over, releasing the unredacted Epstein files and whatnot. Like they're going to do that. Like people are going to see something new and unique and they think it's just an artifice. An edifice, that people are so hot and bothered about because they just want to see all the hatred end. But the hatred is what it's all about. Creating the hatred, the stupidity, having it all be just a relentless bombardment of negativity in this world is what all of this is being done for. And it's not, I don't think they want it to end. I really think they want it to go until we're all absolutely freaking out of our minds. Because that'll make it easier for them to just do a mop-up job with their AI robot police and just send us all to the cattle cars down to South America where we'll all get together and have a great old gigantic Woodstock-type festival of death and doom as they force us into open-air gas chambers and feed us the ultra-mega COVID. And, all you idiots are like, COVID doesn't exist. No, they were able to manufacture thousands and thousands of news stories and just, and people that bought off all the reporters and everything like that and bought off all the doctors and nurses and everyone everywhere where people were just dropping dead like flies from a super flu and everything like that, but they lied all about it and it never ever happened. It never happened. It never ever happened again. Good luck with that. Calm down. Lie down, you can dream better. Everybody loves Caligula, where it just shows, people, everything like that, indulging and taking little boys and into vomitoriums with them and who knows what. Getting a nice steam bath. Like the movie Airplane or Airport or whatever, Airplane. Well, have you ever seen a grown man naked? And people were like, oh, it's uproarious. Now it's like you show it to people like, oh my God, no wonder everybody's so demented. We all laughed at that, thought it was hilarious. Even now, they've got a Family Guy, that guy, they've got Herbert, I think his name is, who actively pursues, attracts, and bags children, and people are laughing at it like, oh, that Family Guy is so hilarious. Can you believe that they're still doing that? that character and stuff, and just laughing, sloughing it off like it's nothing. That's how these things happen. Sitcoms are the gateway to dementing society, lying, social engineering, turning us all into emasculated nobodies. It's true. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. You don't want to admit it because you're already an emasculated nobody. Anywho, so they've got all this stuff that's going on, and everybody's all outraged about it, but the fact is that 33 states in the union allow for child marriages. 33! 2/3 of the states in the United States allow for childhood marriages. Don't give me your self-righteous ass bulldink. It's, it's not going to work on me because you got 33 states to get straight before you start worrying about your overlords taking liberties with children. Everybody in states where this is allowed are taking liberties with children. Okay? So wise up, be an adult for once in your life, and take charge and get it all fixed. Before you start singling out individuals. It's a word for it. It's called hypocrisy. Okay? Number 7 of the top 10 worst pilot ideas for upcoming Fox Network Fall TV lineup: the right-wing talking points agenda platform show. Oh, greetings and welcome to Top 10 Worst of This. How may I help you? I want to see the bit that did about the top 10 worst celebrity, top 10 worst times for full body cavity search. No, I'm sorry. Thank you for stopping by, but we already did top 10 worst places to do a full body cavity search, which is I think what you're talking about. I'm afraid we can't do another one like that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, there you go. I mean, we get all types of top 10 worst of lists. Gotta make the most out of that free sound effects platform. Oftentimes I forget about. Right Wing Talking About Its Agenda Platform show. Where and be wonderful. Number 6 is the top 10 worst pilot ideas for upcoming Fox Network Fall TV lineup. That's a long title. Fatherland Knows Best. From the producers of Father Knows Best, now comes, now that they've revealed their true selves, pulled back the curtain to find that it wasn't the Wizard of Oz, but the Grand Wizard of the KKK who resided back there. It's now time for a new show with a new agenda. Fatherland Knows Best. You will be exterminated at our earliest convenience. Fatherland Knows Best. Number 5 of the top 10 worst pilot ideas for the upcoming fall TV network time. When dumpster babies attack. See, that's kind of. Was that really necessary? Was that joke really necessary? I think I need to start asking my team of sleep-deprived former insurance salesmen who gathered together with me on the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains. God bless it. And I take copious doses of sparkling water mixed with battery acid to come up with these lists. And what an incredible job that they do. But I really need to start editing these things a little bit more emphatically and with paying any attention to the detail or even reading them in advance of doing these. Because it's a lot of these things really need to ask the question, does this joke really need to be told? All right, so anyway, number 4 of the top 10 worst pilot TV ideas for the upcoming Fox. But these are Fox Network ideas, so I shouldn't really fully take all the blame for it. Toxic Falls, Telling lineups, 2.5 Lizard People. Lizard people are here, man. Benedict Cumberbatch, you need to tell me that you don't think that guy's a lizard person? Look at the pallor of the skin. Tom Holland, lizard person. God damn it, you make me go through the goddamn lizard people. You stupid. This is garbage. I swear to God, if I have to do this one more time after this, I'm really going to be upset. I mean it. Lizard people. I got the list for you. I'll give you your lizard frickin' people, you lousy. Why don't you go compile a list of your lizard people? Here we go. Lizard people list. Are you ready? Jared Kushner, Carrot Top, Kirsten Dunst, Dame Judi Dench, Benedict Cumberbatch, Barry Keoghan, whatever that guy's name is, Hillary Clinton, Alice from the Brady Bunch movies, Meghan Markle, Melania Trump, Emperor Snoke, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Rihanna, Mads Mikkelsen, Cillian Murphy, Cillian, I don't know. I don't watch the news or anything like that, so I only read articles, so I don't know how a lot of these names are pronounced. I apologize to those who might offend. Lauren Boebert, Mark Zuckerberg, Tom Hiddleston, Paul Dano, Maya Rudolph, Andy Serkis, Tilda Swinton, Mila Kunis. She's got a head shaped like an alien from the movie Alien. Have you ever noticed that about Mila Kunis? Snooki, Adam Driver, Elon Musk, Nicole Kidman, Britney Spears, Daniel Craig, Rob Schneider, Chris Redd, Pope Benedict, that crazy Nazi Pope guy. Remember that Nazi Pope they had for a while? Adam Silver, NBA Commissioner. Oh my God, that guy is inhuman. I don't know what you call it or if there's a term for it, but that guy is not a human being. Maybe he's like the prototype robot and stuff like that. He kind of looks like the robot from the movie Men in Black, right? That's carrying around the star of Pulchritude or whatever that thing's called. It's like, oh, I'm actually a giant robot. And for that matter, the Lurch and the 1990s or whatever it was, series of Addams Family movies, Addams Family Value with Christina Ricci as Wednesday. That guy, their Lurch guy, he's not on this list, but he was a freaking early-ish incarnation of the lizard people wave that's overwhelming our cultural edifices. Paul Giamatti, Bobby Flay, Stephen Miller, Jaden Smith, Greta Thunberg, Ann Coulter, Cameron Diaz, Marilyn Manson, Paris Hilton, Pete Davidson, Lindsey Graham. Oh, Lindsey Graham, how sad we are without you. Robert Pattinson, Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal, the both of them. Cory Booker, Kathy Griffin again. How many did Kathy Griffin? Did I have Kathy Griffin before? I can't remember if I did, but she's definitely one of them. So it's worth mentioning twice, even if I, made a little mistake and too much stuff. Sophie Turner, Camilla Parker Bowles, Katy Perry, Elizabeth Warren, Ed Sheeran, Sarah Palin, Fred Armisen, Jay Leno, Anna Gasteyer, Colin Jost, Vanessa Trump, Carrie Lake, Jimmy Fallon, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Norm Macdonald, Chris Kattan, Ashton Kutcher, Jared Leto, Kris Jenner, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Martha Stewart, Adam Schiff, Kate Middleton, Kirsten Gillibrand, Ron DeSantis, Machine Gun Kelly, Keegan-Michael Key, Eric Andre, Post Malone, Ted Cruz, Padma Lakshmi, Wanda Sykes, the Jonas Brothers, all of them, especially the one with the big ears, John Legend, Susan Collins, Paris Hilton, Jennifer Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, John Oliver, Finn Wolford, Timothée Chalamet, Chrissy Teigen, Blake Griffin, Billie Eilish, Adam Driver, Adam Levine, Halsey. Did I have Adam Driver twice? I don't know. Whatever. Daniel Radcliffe, Jennifer Gardner, Matt Gaetz, Savannah Guthrie, Rooney Mara, Lorde, Millie Bobby Brown, Elijah Wood, Cardi B, Tom Holland, Tracy Ellis Ross, Tessa Thompson, Kate Blanchett, Nicholas Hoult, Emma Thompson, Zoe Saldana, Tyler Perry, Pedro Pascal, Kieran Culkin, Riley Gaines, Conan O'Brien, Alex Rodriguez, Priyanka Chopra, Blake Lively. Whew! That's a tough list for me to read through. I relived the horror of the image of their hideous, monstrous visage. Every time I even think about those guys, I cringe. It's true. These people are not human. There's no way. Shh, come here. Suck my codpiece. All right, I'm glad we got that cleared up. At number 3 of the top 10 worst pilot ideas for the upcoming Fox Fall Network. So it's American Idol worshiping. And You know it's true. You know, all these fundamentals and stuff like that. It's idol worshiping. Let's not like fool ourselves anymore. It's like too much to take. We need to start being honest with ourselves and objective in our situation because there's too much negativity. There's too many destructive people. And I hate to cast aspersions on entire blocks of people. It's not my way. But I'm just trying to get through this list as quick a way fashion as possible. And I got to point the finger at somebody. And sometimes, you know, a lot of innocent people get caught in the crossfire of my finger pointing and accusations. But that's just the way it is sometimes. Sometimes a lot of people, innocent people, get caught up in it. And the fact of the matter is you got to analyze the aggregate damage that's being done against the aggregate good that's being done. I think I'm doing a lot of good here, speaking to 1.1 people on average per episode. That's a lot compared to, you know, like what I anticipated it to be much less than one per episode, even though they're now completely blocking it from view totally, and I'm down to 0 views on just about everything I post. I have number 2 of the top 10 worst it's a combination of pro wrestling, ultimate fighting, NASCAR driving, alcohol, and influence on crack of Beverly Hills, from the producers of Desperate Housewives Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then finally, the top 10 worst pilot ideas for the upcoming Fox Network fall TV lineup. My big, fat, obnoxious TV network. Of course. Well, what a pleasure it's been to be here for you once again. I'm excited beyond measure. I am absolutely and have been for the entire half hour of today's episode wet at the tip. And I can't express to you the enormity of gratitude that I've got in my soul for you joining us in today's episode. Tune in again tomorrow for a new edition of Top 10 Worst Evs if I decide to do one. Top 10 Worst Times to Try Auto Fellatio. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the whole opportunity to change the world, this time for the better.